What is going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. Now, I've been doing Facebook ads as well as Instagram ads for the past several years and have had decent success with both of these endeavors, as you can see. And so in this video, I'm going to show you how to properly promote a MaxBounty offer using Instagram ads, okay? And so you're going to learn the entire process, from the best way to actually promote the Instagram ads, from the things you shouldn't be doing, to little life hacks I've learned the way. And so you're going to learn everything you need to know in order to run a successful campaign on Instagram ads. So definitely watch the entire video, or you might skip something very, very important, all right? So the first thing you have to understand once you're here in MaxBounty is what kind of offer you want to run, right? There's a lot of different offers on MaxBounty, and just like with any CPA marketing kind of network, you have lots of different offers. You have these low-cost offers, right? These offers that have a low payout, I should say, right? You know, they typically have a payout of $5 or less, $6 or less, things like that. But then you have these offers with higher payout, okay? And so I do not recommend that you run offers with a lower payout, okay? I don't really recommend that you run things like, you know, surveys, sweepstakes, email submits, zip submits, things like that, because these typically are not going to do really well when it comes to Instagram. There are other ways of promoting them, and I'm going to tell you like in future videos, but this is not the one we want to talk about. And so what you want to be focusing on is typically e-commerce. Education has really good offers. There's a couple of other categories. BizUp has some decent offers, but I really like education and e-commerce. And so I've been kind of browsing around, right? If you go into education, you can promote some really nice offers. So scholarship, any kind of offer where, you know, it's kind of a high payout, typically you can promote it on Instagram. So this one, you can't really promote. Scholarship, you can promote it. There's also something called LinkedIn Learning. You can promote that as well. Let's go reset that. And so you can typically do that, right? So LinkedIn Learning, you can promote. Any kind of, there's something called Treehouse, which is a really cool offer. You can easily promote that on Instagram. What I really want to focus on in this video is I want to talk about e-commerce offers, right? And e-commerce are like pretty much the safest offers when it comes to Facebook and Instagram. And I've done a lot of e-commerce over the years on Facebook, and Facebook likes e-commerce. So this is going to be an easy offer to promote. And so here I am in the e-commerce category. And so I'm browsing a bunch of offers. And the first thing you got to realize is right away, you see the CPA rate is relatively high. And that is because we're getting paid as a commission for the sale. This is not a CPA marketing offer. Where basically we're getting paid for, you know, the submission of personal information, such as email submit or zip submit or sweepstakes or anything like that. Basically, we're getting paid because somebody buys something, okay? And so this makes a huge difference in terms of, you know, how you can promote. And these offers are what I call higher quality offers, because an e-com product, right? And you can basically even type something like e-com, and you're only going to see like e-com products. And there's a lot more than these ones, right? Because with MaxBounty, it's very disorganized. They're all over the place. But now you have a lot of e-com products to promote. And I really want to focus on these for this tutorial because they're fairly easy to promote. And so I've been looking around, and I found this offer here, and this is the MaxFit G2 Training Smart Band. And these offers, they do fairly well on Instagram because there are a lot of millennials and people looking to get fit and people looking to, you know, be healthy and things like that. And so this is the offer we can try to kind of build a campaign around. And they allow social, as you can see. They allow display, search, native, mobile ads. They just don't allow email, contextual, and incentive. And so, you know, they have some, you know, basically they have a little bit of instructions here. The world's most powerful training and recovery smart band. Measure your steps accurately and measure your fitness improvements with this easy to use, convenient wrist-mounted pedometer. Converts on a completed sale. And so they have some instructions. They just don't want a branded FB page. So do not create an FB page and call it something like MaxFit G2 or something, right? They're not going to be cool with that. And so you're going to get $36 per sale on this particular offer. And you can build the link. We're going to do social, raw link. And then they even have different, you know, they even have different kind of offers. The initial, different landing pages, right? For this particular offer, they have the initial landing page, the checkout. You can link directly to checkout, which is really, really nice. And I'm going to show you why in a second. And then we have the advertorial, and this is for like native ads kind of things, all right? And so let's think about this, how we can promote it. So the next thing is, if you don't have much experience with Instagram, it works slightly different from Facebook. And so you really want to familiarize yourself with what do Instagram ads, kind of the typical ones, look like, and what to expect and things like that. And so one way is basically to install Instagram on your phone, just scroll through, look at the ads. But if you don't want to do that, or you're not kind of getting enough ideas from having the app, you can basically just go to one of these sites. So for instance, you can just Google for something like Instagram ads examples, and here's an article, 55 amazing Instagram ads examples to inspire you. And it basically says, if you want to reach millennials, get more engagement, propose on Twitter, boost your brand, you need to be on Instagram. And so they have video ads, they have different different ads that you can take a look, a lot of like fitness stuff, a lot of e-commerce ads, right? So here's e-commerce ads. These are the ones you want to kind of pay attention to, because e-commerce does very well on Facebook and also does very well on Instagram. And so we have some e-commerce ads. We can scroll down, consumer product ads, things like that. We can scroll down, and you're just getting an idea, right? Because the stuff that works on Facebook is different, right? There's some overlap here and there, but typically on Facebook you're going to see things like, at least I do, right? Services, basically software services, a lot of these kind of niche stuff. And here on Instagram you see a lot of kind of this millennial stuff, t-shirts. You have a lot of branded products like print-on-demand products, things like that. And so we're going to be selling this training and recovery smart band, and this is a good fit for Instagram, and so we're gonna do it pretty well. Okay, now the next thing that you want to do before you actually create the ad and do a whole campaign on Facebook is you definitely want to create a landing page. Okay, in my opinion, you can try direct linking, and it's very risky, especially for these kinds of offers. Even though it's e-commerce, it is an affiliate offer, so it's a little bit risky. What I recommend is creating a landing page, and it shouldn't take you a long time. It took me about 15 minutes to create this quick and easy landing page. And here I have a landing page, the world's most powerful training and recovery smart band. I basically use some of the content they give us. And I basically did all, this is obviously not a completed landing page. There's still a lot of steps you have to do, right? So this is not finished. And so let me give you a couple of things. Let me explain you what the landing page is about, right? I basically went to their landing page, and I'm basically scanning for important elements, okay? We have the headline, we have the sub-headline, we have more kind of the benefits, we have a video, we have a call to action, we have different kind of social proof, right, where it was featured before. We have kind of an opt-in, and then we have more benefits, right? More benefits, and that's it. We have some testimonials here, and then another call to action, and then trust symbols. Okay, and that's all I needed to look at. And then I basically went and created my own landing page. So I have my headline, I have my sub-headline, I have an image, and then I have various benefits. And I only listed 3 benefits, and this part still needs to be finished. This is not a completed landing page. I just wanted to show you a templated, a quick and easy, a quick and dirty landing page that you can get some ideas from. And then we have another kind of call to action, another kind of benefit, learn more. This should be like buy now. And the beautiful thing about this is that you can go back to MaxBounty and you can actually link it to the checkout page. Okay, so you don't even need to link it to the initial page, and if you click here, you're gonna have a link that goes directly to the checkout page. So if you create a landing page, this is another benefit of creating a landing page, and then you're gonna be basically putting buy now, and that way they read everything. They don't need to go to another landing page because they already have the landing page. They're gonna get confused, right? If they click on this and then they go to another landing page. And so basically what happens is they click here, check out or buy now, and yeah, buy now is a better one. And they basically go to the checkout landing page, okay? And so once we have the landing page done, and before I continue, I wanna make another kind of quick points, is that I wanted to follow the color scheme, right? So if you look at this landing page, there's orange, black, red, and white, right? So it's like kind of 4 main colors, right? Well, I would say it's kind of 3 main colors, right? you have black, red, and white. So sometimes you have orange as well, and orange is kind of the color of the brand. So when you are creating a landing page, you wanna pay attention to the kind of color there is, right? You don't want to create a completely different landing page, because when they click to check out, they're gonna have a different color scheme. And so I paid attention to this, and I know they have black, white, and red, and I basically went to mine. And yeah, I used blue. I probably should not. This should be red, so I would change it to red because I used blue since they have it in the image. So I guess it's fine. You can use blue as well. And then I have a little bit of orange. This should be red. Then I have red here, and then more orange, right? So you have to kind of play with the colors to make sure that your colors are legit. And once you create the landing page, it should not take you a long time. There are free tools that I'm going to be listing in the descriptions that you can use. And so the next step is you want to create the actual Instagram ad, and then we're going to go out and create the campaign on Facebook, okay? Now, for the creation of the Instagram ad, I use a tool called Canva. It makes creating ads very, very easy, and I highly recommend it because you can create an ad in like 5 minutes or something like that. And so you're going to be at this kind of the main screen, and what you want to do is you want to click on create a design, and you want to type Instagram, right? And if you go to post, you see that the dimensions are 1080 by 1080, which is a square, and that's exactly the right dimensions for creating this Instagram ad. And so once you do that, you have kind of basically a template. It's an empty template, and then you have various kinds of basically ideas, right? And these are little templates that you can use. You can basically use them and modify the text or modify whatever elements they have, and you can run that immediately. Or you can basically go out and you can go into images. You can go into photos and actually put a photo in there, and you can use all these photos. They're royalty free. So here they have a bunch of really nice templates, and I'm scrolling around, and basically you can use any templates that you see fit. Let's go type in fitness and see what we have. So we have stop wishing, stop doing, power fitness, things like that, full body workout. So here's a nice one, right? Like, let's click on this one, and yeah, you can use something like this. This is an option, so it's kind of, so you can try running it, right? I prefer kind of lighter type, lighter images, but you can still run it. And so what you want to do is you want to try something like this, you can basically type a call to action, something like, you can do something like this, right? You can change the elements here. You can copy and paste this. You can create another element. And you can try this kind of template. You can obviously create multiple ads as you see fit. What is working, what is not working. This is just one idea I have. The MaxFit G2, do it. The time has come, or something like that. And then maybe this has a little bit of a kind of an intrigue element to it, right? So we can just roll with it. This is just a simple kind of ad. So the next thing you want to do is you want to click on download, and we're going to click download. We're going to save this image to our hard drive, and then I'm going to show you how to do it in Facebook, the entire process. Okay, so here we are in Facebook's ad manager, and we're going to create a brand new campaign so that we can do the right targeting and actually run the campaign correctly. All right, so we're going to click on create here. And once we do that, we have a familiar screen. We're just going to call this campaign C1, ad set 1, ad 1. Okay, and we're going to rename these later, so do not worry. We're going to save to draft. We're going to do that. And the next thing we want to do is we want to edit the ad set. Okay, that's the most important thing. So we don't want to edit the name. We want to actually edit the whole ad set. So we click on the pencil. We have the ad set opened up. And so the first thing we want to do is we want to change the budget. We're going to start with a $10 a day budget. We're going to run this campaign the next day at midnight. We're going to do that. We're going to scroll down. We're going to be targeting United States. Then you have the different age range. Now, this is something that they should have probably told you. It would be nice of them, but unfortunately, some offers tell you this. Some do not. They even tell you conversions are best between 6 a.m. and 7 a.m. and 6 to 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So this is something interesting, that we can basically run the campaign at those times, or we can run it the whole day and let Facebook basically optimize it. And so we could do 6 to 7 a.m., 6 to 8 p.m. We can do that. This is an option, but I'm going to leave it wide open. I'm just going to see how it goes. And unfortunately, they don't really tell us the age ranges and things like that. And so, you know, honestly, this is a judgment call, right? I'm just going to do it 25. I'm going to try 25 to 34, honestly. But, you know, you're free to do it at the age range you want. This is just me trying an age range. And the reason I do at least 25 is because I don't like targeting people under 25. Because they don't have a lot of disposable income. They don't really, you know, buy the stuff that I typically want to sell. This has been my experience. Could be different with you. And so you can try 34. Let's try 44. Let's have a nice, you know, kind of age range here, 20 years. Now we're going to do detailed targeting, right? And so this is where you have to get a little creative. Let's try max fit. Does that even show up there? I don't think it will. And so what you want to do is you want to learn who their competitors are. And I think there's something called Pedal, or Apple Watch, I think is an obvious competitor, or at least something that's similar to that. So if we add Apple Watch is 5.1 million, that's exactly what we want. We want an ad set between 1 to 10 million. In my experience, I learned that's like the best way of going about it. 1 to 10 million is a good ad set. And so, you know, you can do Apple Watch. You can also narrow the audience by fitness, okay? Because not everybody who buys Apple Watch are interested in fitness. So let's do physical fitness, and let's look at this audience. So 4.4 million. So I'm much more comfortable with something like this. Apple Watch, physical fitness, meaning like people who buy Apple Watch for the physical fitness aspects of it. Because not everybody who buys Apple Watch are interested in the physical fitness as well. So we're gonna roll with it. We're gonna do this. We wanna do manual placements, and we're gonna do Instagram here, right? So we're gonna deselect Facebook. We're gonna deselect Audience Network. We're gonna deselect Messenger, and we're gonna just leave Instagram. So this is Instagram feed, Instagram Explore. You have that. You can run it there. We're not gonna do stories. We're gonna deselect that. That's a video for another topic. And that's all we have. So we have 4 million people potential reach. And that's perfect, right? It's under 5 million. And that's really a good idea. So that is something that I'm comfortable running, right? We have United States. We have, you know, the next day at midnight. We have everything we wanted to run. And what you want to do is next, we're going to do actual ad. We're going to create the actual ad under this ad set, okay? So I clicked and edit the ad. And so the first thing you want to do is you want to create a page, right? You have to run the ad on a certain page, right? Under a certain domain, right? It has to be linked to some entity, right? So I have a page here that I used for another offer that I'm running for another campaign. And so what you want to do is you want to use an Instagram account, okay, here. You want to basically create an Instagram account. It says connecting an Instagram account can help you get better results. And you should be doing that if you're doing ads, is that you should create an Instagram account linked to basically, you know, the kind of product you want to sell. So this could be like a fitness account, and you're going to be basically running ads from that Instagram account. Once we do that, you want to basically upload the image, okay? So we're going to be basically add media, add the image that we created in Canva. We're going to click on upload, and we're going to do this here. And so this image uploaded, we're going to click on continue, and probably you're going to have a much better luck creating a better image. I just basically created something very, very quick. Next is you want to enter the website URL, and this is going to be a link to our landing page. Remember, we are going through a landing page, okay? And so we do not want a direct link. It's just a bad idea. And so we're going to link to this URL, whatever URL you have. I'm just putting a random URL. And the next thing is you want to configure a couple of optionals. So we have the display link. This is how the ad is going to look like, right? You also have the display link. Enter the link you want to show. Enter the link you want to show on your ad. So you can enter that. That's optional. And so there's too much text in the image, right? So this is something that you have to basically, you know, this is why I would recommend creating an ad with not a lot of image. So something like this, basically. You can remove it, upload it, and see if it works. Or another thing that I recommend is going into photos and just using something like this. So you can just drag and drop it, and you can basically start a brand new, you can basically remove all this. Something like this might work. Maybe you add like a little bit of text. Do not add a lot of text. And so that's something I would be kind of modifying. And then we have learn more, apply now. We want to do, let's see what the best one, shop now, right? We want the call to action to portray, to kind of, to tell them that this is going to be a product they have to purchase. It's not like, you know, whatever. It's not like a free sample or free site or anything like that. All right, so you can also configure your Facebook pixel, and I'm gonna do that in a separate video. If you'd like, you have these other parameters. I'm gonna talk about that in future video. But at this point, you will have the whole ad created. Now, what I like to do, and this is kind of an advanced tip, is I like to duplicate the ad set 4 times, and at least 4 times, right? You can duplicate it, you know, 10 times, 20 times. I wanna see at least 5 copies. That way I can create a different interest, okay? Because we only have one interest. And with Facebook, you never want to have just one interest, right? You want to do multiple interests. And what I like to do is I like to have a single interest per the ad set. And this is kind of an advanced tactic that I learned over the years after spending, you know, thousands and thousands of dollars. And so if you go in here, you basically, so the first thing is you want to modify this ad set. And we used Apple Watch, right, as our main interest. And we want to save this to draft. And the same thing, we want to scroll down, right? And what we want to do is we want to edit this detailed targeting, and we want to basically click on suggestions and see what it says, smartwatch. So wearable technology. I think that sounds better to me, honestly. But I'm sure smartwatch is going to work as well. So I removed the other interests as well, and we have potential reach of 890,000 people. So let's say what happens if we remove fitness as well. And we still have 970,000 people. So this is almost 1 million. You can run with it. I would run with it because with our budget, we're not going to exhaust the audience very quickly, right? We're building the pixel if you have the pixel configured. And if not, still, you're still going to get the clicks. We're exhausting the audience, but it's going to take some time because it's only a $10 per day ad set. And so what we want to do is we want to edit the name so that we know that it's using this particular ad set, okay? So that's what we want to do. So we have actually I mixed it up. Let me fix this real quick. This is actually wearable technology, and this is actually Apple Watch. So we're gonna click on Apple Watch, save it here, and then you want to do the same thing for the rest of these ad sets. It's the same process. You want to basically edit this ad set, and this is an optional step. You don't need to do it, but in my opinion, I discovered that it's a little bit better this way. And so you can basically scroll down. You can try something like Pebble. I think it's an interest. So here you have Pebble Watch, Pebble. So yeah, Pebble Watch, but it's only 500,000, so it's not a huge interest. And so you want to go out, you want to learn what other competitors. I only know of Apple Watch. There's probably a bunch of other ones, kind of these wearable designs and things like that. And then you want to basically enter it here, or you can just use suggested, you know, smart device. You can do that fashion activity tracker. That's even a better one, actually. So it really pays to kind of explore all of them. We have activity tracker, physical fitness, 1.3 million, right? So we can basically copy this. We can edit the name so that we know it. Save to draft. And now we have 3 ad sets with 3 different interests, single interest per ad set. And that way, when we are actually getting conversions, we're getting hits, we're getting visitors, Facebook is going to tell us from which ad set they're coming, and then we're tracking them using Bmob, which you can use, or another tracker. You're going to know exactly where the visitors are coming from which ad set, from which ad, who's buying, who's not buying. So you can do a lot of really nice things here. And so what you want to do is you want to basically do the same thing for the other ad sets, and you want to change the interest, maybe change the daily budget if you'd like. And after that, let's say you have a $10 daily budget, you're going to be spending $50 a day just to test this. So I would recommend maybe lowering the daily budget from $10 per ad set to something like per ad set per day to something like maybe $5 per ad set per day. And that way, with 5 ad sets, you're spending $25 a day to test 5 different interests. And so that is the way I would do it. And that is kind of what I wanted to really show you in this video. I wanted to give you the entire kind of process from offer selection to creating the right ad, to building a landing page, to actually building this campaign in Facebook. to be promoted on Instagram. So I really hope you've gotten value from this video. If you did, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And if you have any questions or comments, leave them below. Would love to hear from you. And again, thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.